Bro, how are people making it? If you making $30 an hour, it's weird to ask that, but how are you making it? After you pay your rent, 1,500 a month, that's on the low side. Car note, 500 a month. Phone bill, 100 a month. Insurance, gas, food, electricity, health insurance, all these day-to-day expenses. How are people making it? You do the math and you come back and tell me what the numbers look like for you. Because a person can make $30 an hour and it is going to struggle. I can only imagine making $15 an hour. You cannot live on that. No, no, you cannot convince me otherwise. You cannot live on 15 or $30 an hour. Or you're going to stay broke.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I want to give credit to the original creators of the clips in this video. Thank you so much for capturing and sharing, and of course thank you guys for always supporting the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that like button, don't forget to subscribe and join the conversation in the comments, because I really want to hear what you have to say about this.
Living in America is getting so expensive. I see video after video of people sharing their struggles, and I just came across a video that honestly just kind of sums up a lot of the frustrations that many Americans are facing right now.
What's up, America? It is too difficult to live here in the United States in the year 2025. Holy, I have never seen a time when people require so much necessity just to live in America, but also the price for those necessities are so high. Most of America's literally living paycheck to paycheck and hand to mouth. At the same time, the requirements of responsibility to survive here in the United States have never been greater. People used to live a simple life, and is it complicated now and expensive? But if you don't have these expensive objects, you can't survive. You have to have a car, you have to have a phone, you have to have internet just to do anything anymore. And this shit's just baked into American society now. You can barely survive without a phone, a car, or internet. What the is going on here? On top of all that, prices have not come down whatsoever since Joe Biden's been president. Not a penny. Prices for housing is still just as high as it was 3 years into the Biden administration. Same with gas prices. Food prices in some cases are double or up more. Utility costs are going up. Has anyone noticed that? I sure as have. Hello, red flag. Winter's coming up. Car prices, insurance prices, health insurance is they're denying more people coverage even though people are paying more. Auto insurance is through the roof. I mean, car lending companies are going bankrupt, ladies and gentlemen. The shit's really slapping in the fan. Have you noticed fewer jobs available? I've noticed it. Have you noticed stagnant pay? Sure have. Look, the necessity to live here in the United States as far as making your ends meet is through the roof and unacceptable. And people aren't living in ginormous luxury. I live in a double, by the way. This right here is the nicest part of the house. You know why I live in a double? Because I can't afford property taxes or a home or down payments. Nobody can anymore. It's ridiculous. And then if you finally break that wall working 70 hours a week and you can finally do it, you're never even around to enjoy it. You drive your car to and from work, never actually going anywhere with it. You live in a big house that you pay for, but all you get to do is sleep in it. The days of having a vacation are over with. Now, I know the Federal Reserve has a lot to do with prices staying high and companies are price gouging. And of course, the government's been inept when it comes to bringing prices down because Democrats are unwilling to do anything or make any policy, and Republicans generally only help the rich. But what the is the option here? What the is everybody supposed to do? You can tell. There's just a general feeling. You can tell that it's getting slightly, little by little, more and more difficult every single week, bit by bit. Every one of you people can feel it. I mean, just in the month of August, auto repair prices are up 15% in a month, not 5 years, a month. So whatever the going on with this whole system, we need to pump the brakes and figure it the out, because 90% of you out there are struggling. No matter how much you make $120,000 a year, you're still being banged out financially. And the debt of everybody, don't even get me started on the debt everybody owes. Holy. So what's the end result here? 99.9% of all money going to the top 1,000 people, and it's basically Thunderdome to fight for bread to survive? I mean, I understand making money, the American dream. You come over here, you start with nothing, you build it up through hard work, you make a $10 million company. That's great. That's what you're supposed to do. You're not that kind of wealth. You're a self-made man if you do that. But these up at the top 4 or 5%, yeah, you know what? You have enough. Everyone else on the planet is struggling except you. You know what that means? There's a problem.
So I did my best to edit out a bunch of curse words in that video. Obviously, this individual is very expressive, is very upset. It represents what a lot of people are feeling right now. We are so paycheck to paycheck. Most Americans are not even paycheck to paycheck anymore. They can't even bridge the gap. We cannot keep up with the bills, and it's just a horrible reality.
I honestly have no idea what to do anymore. I'm sitting here, it's almost midnight. I've been scrolling for hours, just looking for jobs, like extra jobs. I work 2 jobs right now, and I feel like I can't even afford, what I'm trying to pay for. My rent's so expensive. I go to the grocery store today, I get bread, peanut butter, jelly, and milk. And it comes out to almost $18. $18 for sandwich ingredients without any protein and milk. I mean, my phone bill's expensive, gas is expensive, and I'm just like, man, I'm a 28-year-old. I'm out here in Oregon, and I honestly don't even know what to do.
People living paycheck to paycheck are about to go broke. The GDP numbers came in yesterday, and of course, the economy receded, which I predicted 2 months ago, and people laughed. Mark my words, the second quarter is going to be far worse. Tariffs on Chinese products at 145% are about to kick in, which means everything you buy from China on Amazon or elsewhere is about to go through the roof. Grocery store shelves are starting to empty at Walmarts across the country, and of course, grocery prices continue to soar. People who've been financing groceries on credit are starting to default on those payments. We are about to see an economic catastrophe. If you're in this 60% that has little or no money, please stop spending money. Protect your family. Trump does not care about you. Even if you voted for him, he's a billionaire. He won't suffer, but you and your family will. Please protect yourself. 60% of the American public is about to lose everything.
23 states are currently in a recession. 11 more states are on the brink of a recession. And with that comes bankruptcies. Look at this. 542,000 bankruptcies so far in 2025. That is up almost 12% higher than 2024. What happens when businesses can't pay their bills and Americans can't pay their bills? They file bankruptcy, meaning they are no longer in business and they are unable to pay their bills. This hurts everyone. Donald Trump did it 6 times. So as the economy is collapsing every single day, all self-inflicted by one man and one party, bankruptcy is going to be skyrocketing in your state. This is an economic crisis, all self-inflicted, and it's going to get much worse. These 11 states teetering on the brink of a recession are going to go into a recession. Please get your finances in order.
Living in America in 2025 feels like you're trying to breathe while someone's hand is over your mouth. And they're charging you rent for it. As soon as you get paid, it's gone. You buy groceries and the bags are lighter. You fill your tank and the needle mocks you. Food's up, rent's up, insurance, utilities, coffee. I mean, even your damn toothpaste is up. Everything's up. Except the paycheck. Oh, and everything's also smaller. Shrinkflation? Yeah, that's the way they rob you while smiling in your face. You're not imagining it. The box is smaller. The portions are skimpier. The price is higher, and you're supposed to eat it with a smile. This isn't bad budgeting. This isn't laziness. This is a rigged game where everyone at the top profits and everyone at the bottom is a slave. We're getting taxed, drained, and blamed every step of the way. If you feel it too, you're not crazy. You're just living in America in 2025.
The way the cost of living has gone up is fucking crazy. A 1-bedroom apartment is damn near $2,000 a month, which is crazy. Like, what? Food is steady going up, and it's just like, damn, what do y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to live on the street in a box and, you know, eat out the garbage and drink my spit? Because at this point, that's what I'm finna fucking do. Because, no, I'm not finna pay for no $2,000 apartment and I'm barely in it, motherfucker. Because I'm always at work trying to keep the motherfucker. So
stop buying iced coffee every morning. Stop eating out. Stop doing all this, and then maybe you'd have money. That's crazy. I like home coffee better than iced coffee. I eat at home because I don't like spending $40 on a meal I could have made for fucking 10. I don't do that already, and I'm broke. I'm still broke. You know what I do have? 20 grand in student loans. You know what I do have? Medical expenses. Medications that you do not want to know who I am without. Matter of fact, I have priorities. As an adult, I have priorities. I don't get it. Like, you really think we're just out here spending all our money on stupid shit and that's why we don't have any money? I don't spend money. I avoid the store for things that I desperately need because I know I don't have money for them. I just don't go. You know, I could be looking around getting Christmas ideas right now, but I don't have money for that shit, so I'm not going. I'm not looking at nothing. I am not consuming nothing. I sit at home. What I spend the most money on is gas for this fucking bitch. Gas. My horn don't even work. You know what else my money goes to? Car problems. You know how expensive car problems are? I had to put a new engine in this bitch right after I bought it. $4,000 right after I bought it for $4,000. I'm drowning. We're drowning. I know you are too. And it ain't iced coffee's fault. It ain't the iced coffee's fault. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's unrealistic. Unrealistic goals everywhere. Nobody will ever be able to live like this. And I don't... What do you mean?
The cost of living in America is just a scam. And I think more and more of us are seeing that, especially on an app like this where we can see what people are paying for life outside of these borders. I think the craziest thing about these videos I make talking about grocery prices and cost of living in general in the United States is the comments I get from people who live outside of this country. People from Germany, Denmark, Sweden, you name it. Especially countries that you would typically associate with higher costs. They're letting me know that they're paying way less for so many things. The other day when I made that video about grocery prices and I had 2 bags, it was 11 items, it was like $40, I was getting comments from all over the world. And let me tell you, I didn't get a single comment from anywhere saying that they would pay more. Sometimes in European countries, these prices would be less than a quarter of what we're paying here. So my question is, what's gonna happen? We are obviously going through a cost of living disaster here in the United States. Not the only place that's expensive. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that we are paying an amount of money that is not sustainable. There is more homelessness than ever. There is less financial stability than ever. There's more bankruptcies than ever. Where does this go? How does this end? Because it's not going anywhere good. In that video I mentioned, I found out they aired it on CNN, which is kind of hilarious. I had no idea until someone commented and let me know, hey, you're on my television right now. So I guess what I have to say is resonating with enough people. I also just hit 40,000 followers, so thank you. If you follow me, thank you so much. I'm glad what I say is striking a chord with you, and hopefully we can all find a way to make it through this crazy cost of living recession, whatever you want to call it. We can make it through it together. How do you think this is going to end? Because I don't know a way out of this personally, other than moving to another country.
So honestly, when you look at everything going on in America right now, it's wild, right? 23 states officially in a recession, and the gag is most of them are red, right? The same folks who swore that Trump would fix the economy, bring prices down, and make America affordable again are now the ones dealing with the worst inflation they've seen in decades, right? Groceries haven't been this high in years. Like, you literally need a loan to buy chicken wings at this point, right? And it's crazy because people really believe that that once Trump stepped in, everything would magically roll back to 1992 prices, right? But instead, the opposite happened. Eggs, beef, bread, rent, everything shot up. And now the reality is sinking in. America is in a recession, whether they like hearing it or not, right? But hey, this is just my take based on everything happening right now. Everything here is alleged and, based on publicly available discussions. Nothing is stated as fact. Credit goes to all original creators and reporters covering this situation. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as usual, I'll see you on my next one.